Hey everyone, it's Vian here. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful Lancome inspired rose highlighter. And what you're going to need is these artificial rose from Dollar Tree and a jar to put it in. You can use anything. I used a Bath & Body Works old candle jar. And I put some appliques on here as well. This is one that I've had already. You can also use this little candle jar that I got from Dollar Tree. Next you need a setting spray. That's one that I made, and also some rubbing alcohol. And then you also need eyelid primer. I got this e.l.f. one, and a brush, and a powder of your choice. This one I've already hit panned. And I also had these micas sitting around from when I was making soap, and so that's what I decided to use. Those are a couple that you see right there, and I think the website is on there. I'll post a link down to the website below, but look, I think you could see TKB Trading is what the website I got that from. You can also use some LA Color eyeshadows. And then as you can see, you also need a spoon, some napkins, some baby wipes, and a glue gun. So to start off, I'm going to go ahead and scrape off my powder here, which I've almost used up, so I'm saying bye-bye to it. So you would want to crush it up and just get it really finely if you can. And then next I'm adding my mica powders. I'm using basically most of those colors. I'm using this Travel to Mars colors, and it has kind of like an iridescent dual chrome color right there. You can see kind of the blue color right there. And I'm adding maybe half a teaspoon and just mixing it up. So next I'm adding this rose gold color to the mixture. Now I'm adding this gold color, Paradise Gold, to the mixture as well. And I'm also adding a pearl white to the mixture. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the rubbing alcohol to the mixture. You don't really have to do this step, but I just wanted to try and see how it would turn out. So I am done mixing, and here is the swatch of it. And I wasn't happy with this swatch, and so I decided to add a little bit more. So now that I'm all done with the mixing, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the flowers. So these are the ones that I got from Dollar Tree. As you can see, I'm just gonna pull one out. And I don't like the way that it looks like that on its own. It looks really ugly. So I was just trying to test and see how it fits into my jar. And I took another one out and just pull it apart, kind of terrorize it. So you take the bottom out, and it has some stoppers, and you just pull it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and reshape my rose. So I'm keeping the center bud right there. Sorry, I'm off camera here a little bit when I'm doing this, but I'm keeping the center of my bud. Oh, I got my glue gun. And then I used one of the 3 petals and just kind of reshaped it like that. And I used 2 of them just to make the little buds. Just put some glue on and just kind of wrap it around. So you can see that looks like a little better of a bud than the actual flower over there on the left. So here I'm just taking the petals, single petals, and gluing them on to the side of the flower. So right here you can see that I used 2 of the 3 petals. I cut one of them off and I used just the 2 to put them on both sides of my flower to have it open up kind of. And then I took some single flowers and just glued them on to the side. Sorry, this one I'm off camera. But that's what it looks like now. It kind of like made it rose a little bit open up. So I'm done with my rose, and now I'm gonna test it to see if it fits into my little jar, and it does. So we are done with the rose, making the rose anyways. But you can see the difference with the original flower and the one that I did. And yeah, so that is the rose part. Next, I'm adding alcohol to the rose using a brush and just kind of brushing the rose, like kind of soaked it really wet with the alcohol so that it can kill any bacteria that the flower may have. And now I'm getting my powder out. Here's the swatch for it, how it finally came out. It's a little bit better than the last one the last swatch that I did. I just liked it a little bit better. It's going to be more of a subtle highlight because I want to use this every single day, so I don't want it to like pop too much. But I tried using the e.l.f. eyelid primer on here, and that didn't work out very well. So I went and I used the Too Faced Shadow Insurance because I don't like that Shadow Insurance texture on my eyes, so I figured I would use it for this. So next I'm spraying my homemade setting spray onto the flower. I soaked it pretty well. And then here I am taking the brush and just brushing the powder onto the flower very lightly. You can see I packed my brush. And I didn't like how this came out right here. It just wasn't sticking to the flower because it was so wet. And I didn't put enough powder on there, so I took a Ziploc bag and just kind of poured the powder over the flower. Some people use a shifter, but I didn't think that was necessary. So, and then I just dumped the excess out and just kind of dabbing the flower into the powder to get it all over the flower. And I just kind of repeated this until I felt that it covered my flower pretty well. Alright, so here is my completed flower. I'm going to go ahead and try and put it into my pot, but before I do that, I took out the leaves that came with the flower bunch and just layered them on top of each other so that I have a little base at the bottom of my jar right there. And I thought that looked okay. I was going to put some fillers in at the bottom just to have it raised up, but I didn't, and this got my hand pretty messy. And then I took the remaining of my powder and just sprinkled it on top once I have finalized the placement of my flower. And that's all, you guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk with you guys next time.